Hello, this is Irv Shapiro with MakeWithTech. Now, you'll notice today I'm not wearing my glasses. And the reason is something a little different. I usually do not use a script or read directly from a script when I'm making a video. But today I need to be very precise. Words matter. So I'm going to read directly from a script. I've attempted to explain complex technologies to people for about 4 years using simple everyday language in a way anyone can understand. Today I'm going to attempt to cover a topic that's much more complex. It has been about a month since I published my last video. This was not my intent. I intended to continue publishing videos while I was on vacation. You can use an iPhone, you can use portable cameras, I have some lights I bring with me. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. Let me explain why. I traveled to Israel on September 19th to spend the Jewish holidays with my family in Israel. Last Saturday morning, I was participating in a community prayer service in a suburban neighborhood in Israel, about halfway between Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. Multiple Iron Dome booms interrupted our services, followed by the sight of vapor plumes in the morning sky. While people were obviously concerned, this has happened before, so no one panicked. The people I was with knew that if the rockets were going to land close enough to us to put us in danger, they would hear a siren, and they would have 90 seconds to get to a shelter. In our case, the basement parking structure. 90 seconds never struck me as a long time. A few minutes later, the siren did sound, and we made our way to the parking garage and heard a much louder boom. This was much closer. 10 minutes later, after getting the all clear, we continued with our day. Since I was spending the Shabbat in a religious community and I am personally a Sabbath observer, we were disconnected from phones, from computers, from televisions, from radios. So we only learned about the atrocities against Israeli civilians after sundown. I'm proud to have viewers of my videos from all over the world with diverse backgrounds, religions, and beliefs. I love that we meet together as makers to create, to innovate, to learn together, to share together. This small community has shown me that people from many different perspectives don't have to agree on everything, but we can still get along. The last 4 years reinforced my belief in the fundamental shared values common to every people. I believed that people were, or I was beginning to believe, that people were fundamentally good. While my in-laws were Holocaust survivors, I wanted to believe that the magnitude of evil that they faced in the Holocaust was no longer possible. I surely never expected to come face to face with absolute evil. The murder of music festival participants, families with their children, or people in their homes, at bus stops, or walking along the street is pure evil. Viktor Frankl, when trying to understand evil, wrote in Man's Search for Meaning, "When I try to comprehend the horrors of the Holocaust, I start not with where God was or was not, but with humanity. I believe we are free agents acting freely to do or not do as we choose." The Hamas terrorists committed these crimes against humanity of their free will. Of their free will. They kidnapped whoever was in their reach, grabbing up Jews and non-Jews, Israelis and non-Israelis, adults and children, people of every age, shooting and killing indiscriminately. Pure evil. When faced with pure evil, it is not the time to say but they had a reason. The terrorists left the ranks of civil society of their own free will. They chose to act outside of the norms of humanity. Unfortunately, this is not something new for Hamas. It is not solely Israeli society that has suffered at their hands. Israel withdrew from Gaza 18 years ago, upending Jewish communities and withdrawing all forces in the hope of peace with our Gazan neighbors. 2 years later, Hamas took over. Bassem Eid, EID, a Palestinian human rights activist, wrote recently in an opinion column in Newsweek that Gaza could have been Singapore. Hamas turned it into an ISIS state. What a waste this is. Golda Meir, a former prime minister of Israel, once said, "We can forgive the Arabs for killing our children. We cannot forgive them for forcing us to kill their children. We will only have peace with Arabs when they love their children more than they hate us." Hamas clearly does not love Palestinian children more than they hate Jews. Instead, Hamas has forced Israel to be the tip of the sword that eradicates evil from this world. This does not have to be the case. You don't have to love your neighbors to get along. The cold peace between Egypt and Israel has benefited both countries, showing that while we may not love each other, we may have significant differences, it is in both of our benefits to exist side by side for mutual gain. Most Israelis would love nothing more for Gaza to become the next startup location in the Middle East. When Israel pulled out of Gaza, Israel left millions and millions of dollars of high-tech greenhouses, farming equipment, beautiful cultivated land. There are white beaches. Gaza can become Singapore. But this is not possible as long as Hamas exists. If and hopefully when the world around me returns to sanity, I will begin publishing videos again. Right now, I'm cooking and delivering food to Israelis displaced by evil. Over 500,000 Israelis have been forced from their homes along the border with Gaza and the border with Lebanon. And my wife and I are helping watch our grandchildren who are home from school, and I'm just helping out any way an old guy can. I pray for peace from Jerusalem, earth